Hey everyone, it's Simplicity and welcome back to a new video. Today we have a little bit of a speed decor. So I did not build this house. I downloaded it from Chelsea, who I will have linked, I'll have the Tumblr post linked down below if you're interested. There's a few different versions and she had originally said the original version's very custom content heavy. But I was like, you know what? I can do this. I can decorate it myself. And that is exactly what we are going ahead and doing. So this is going to be a new house for Leprosy. Um, because we're getting kind of close to finishing Harlow's lifetime wish. So we're going to be able to start having kids soon. I think we're maybe 7,000 simoleons away, something like that. So we're pretty close. So I was like, you know what? We may as well go ahead and get a house, kind of ready for them. And we could get Kai. We can get his lifetime wish done because he wanted to move into a new house anyways from his midlife crisis. So I had a bit of a crisis in this video myself. You're going to see that I struggle with trying to find a painting that I liked here because it's only one spot. I couldn't center it, which was incredibly annoying. So I just kind of did my best. I think I maybe went with 2 pictures over here instead. Just to try and balance it out a little bit because I felt like 4 would be a lot, but it's difficult whenever you have a 1.5 tile that you can only do things with. So I don't know. I went with what I had, and then we started off doing the bathrooms because I wanted to go ahead and get these done. So I did kind of see the way that this was originally set up, which was very similar to this. I don't know if I have the exact kind of layout or not, but this was how I chose to do it. And I was like, it's kind of weird having a counter where there's a window. So I ended up changing that around, and then we just went ahead and we customed the towels a little bit. Because I wanted to match the blue, and then we cluttered this up. I can't remember. I was gonna say, I think I added a second sink, which I absolutely did. Now, do my sink, my accents of my sink, they do not match the accents on the counters at all, but I went ahead and I went with it anyways, because I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. And then I was trying to decide where I wanted the toilet. I put the toilet over here. I haven't tested to see if any of this is functional yet, which I probably should have done, but I have not. But I did move the family in, which you will see closer to the end of this video because I wanted some of their original furniture. So I went ahead and just kept it simple with the gray for these rugs. I don't know. I felt like that was what looked best. And then I did a longer rug over here, and I pushed it back so that it looked like it was smaller. And then this is the laundry room, which, pretty simple. Not a whole lot that I needed to do in here. I probably could have added a rug, but I don't think I did. I think I maybe added a clutter shelf. That might have been about it. I'm pretty sure I added a shelf because I just wanted a little bit of something. And then we put all of that up there. Again, no idea if that's functional. I honestly should have tested this out better than what I did, but I was not thinking. And then we went ahead and we moved on to this bathroom over here too. And we just kept this going, and I just, cluttered it up, added a candle. We added some towels, which I once again went ahead and recolored. And then we added the shower in and the laundry basket. So there was that. And then we have this little room here, which I had an idea for. I was going to use this little laundry day kind of thing for shelving because I didn't really know what I actually wanted to do with this. So this is what I thought looked best in there, was just a little bit of extra shelving. And then we put a little bench or a chair over here in the corner. And then we started on the main bedroom because I was like, you know what, I'm not in the mood to like do the kitchen or like any of that yet. I want to figure out the layout for the bedroom. So that was what we did. Now I end up trying to put a little like office area in here, and I scratched that idea because I was like, there's a built-in office in this floor plan. There's no need for me to try and smush this in here. So you'll see me set everything up, and I ended up going with a cheetah print for the chair, which was kind of cool. Something just, different. But I end up moving all of this into a different room, but I did kind of clutter it up a little bit. And then we tried to set this up because I was thinking, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense because you're not going to be able to get past the chair to get into the bed. But I ended up just kind of like moving some things around, trying to see what I liked the best. And this overall took me, I think it was about 2.5 hours, maybe slightly longer, because I think there was some stuff that I didn't record, but otherwise it wasn't too bad. And it was kind of nice to sit down and just decorate and listen to music and not have to like think about anything. So this is when I started moving things out, and I was trying to see if there was a better bookshelf, but I ended up putting some fish tanks in here instead, and then we went with a bit of a taller plant for a little bit of added height. Because I was like, you know what? We have to put the fish in the house somewhere. So I may as well do that here. And then we went through 1,010,000,000 different rugs because I am incredibly picky when it comes to my rugs, as I found out. I still don't entirely love the one that I went with, but I added another fish tank in here. And then this was the wardrobe area. And I felt like this was cute. Kind of matched the vibe in here a little bit. We went with another plant in the corner because when in doubt, add a plant. And then I put the laundry basket, and then this was me being like, I don't know how I feel about this rug. So we went ahead and pushed it to the side, and I kept looking through rugs trying to see what options I have, if there's anything I liked more, and I couldn't tell you what I ended up going with. It's been a few days since I've done this before I'm doing the voiceover, so it's been a while that I don't know. Now I do end up switching the curtains out of here, but I was also looking into different bed sheets because I wasn't set on if I wanted the flowers or not. So you're gonna see me go through a bunch of these, trying to see, like what I liked the most. So don't mind me. We're just gonna click through, and then I go in and I compare and contrast and see what I like and what I don't like, and we make it work. But I ended up liking the way the bedroom came out. I'm not like in love with it, but I do like how it came out. Um, so yeah, you're seeing like I deleted some, and I was like, okay, down to two, which one do I like the most? And I went with this one because it tied into the blue in the walls, and I just felt like it looked the prettiest. And then I went ahead and added in my curtains. I love these curtains. They are my favorite. So we went ahead and I did that behind the bed as well. And then, oh, that's right, I put a spot for Minnie Moose in here. I felt like we needed a spot for that, and then we added some artwork above the fish tanks because the walls looked so bare to me. I was like, I need something. I don't know what, just something. So we went ahead and we added in a few little pictures here. I don't remember if I kept all of these. I don't believe I did, but I might have, but I might have moved them around. I don't know, because now looking back on it, I feel like it's a little bit too cluttered. So I'm kind of hoping I changed that up a little bit, but if I didn't, I didn't, that's okay. But I ended up putting the stuff here in the hallway because I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this little hallway, and then it ends up moving again anyways. So as you can tell, this was one of those builds that I was very indecisive and forgetting what I wanted to do with each thing. I replaced one of the hampers with the litter box for the cat, and then I was going to try and sell it on the living room, and I was like, I'm not in the mood for this. So we went ahead and we started on the kitchen instead. So you're going to see this kitchen go through a whole makeover because I was in the mood for like a black kitchen. I was like, a black kitchen's going to look so good in here, the way that the walls are. I feel like that's just going to be the right move. And then I was like, that doesn't make sense because you're wanting to have like a coastal house. And I feel like the black is just a little bit too dark for something that I was trying to kind of keep like light and airy and coastal. But I was in love with the way that it looked because I have never done a black kitchen. I was like, this is the perfect time to do so. It's going to look so good. Now, I did have issues with this because I wanted an island and I couldn't do so. And then I thought about placing a table in here to act as an island, and then I didn't like that either. So I went with this little fake island that I have, which I just kind of had to figure out exactly where I wanted to place that to. And then we cluttered the kitchen up. But yeah, the kitchen goes through a whole other makeover here. I change up the colors. I think it ends up being blue maybe. But I wanted to clutter things up a little bit, shift some things around, but I wanted these books. And I was thinking about putting them on the top at first, and I was like, you know what? There's space on the bottom. Why not add them to the bottom of this table? And then we can go ahead and add the cookies on top. And that is exactly what I did. I had to find the perfect like height for the cookies. I feel like they were a little bit difficult to do, but then we added this kind of clutter stuff here. And then I wanted the chalkboard so bad, but again, I was having issues with the 1.5 tiles. So that was incredibly annoying. So I don't remember what I put in this corner. I might have put a china cabinet actually. I think I maybe went with this china cabinet. I have no clue. But yeah, so you'll see I ended up moving away from the kitchen. I do go back to it. But this is the dining room area over here. I think I ended up going with maybe a smaller table because I felt like this took up too much space. So we went with a smaller table of some sort, and then I wanted to try and see what chairs I liked the most. And then I changed out the table again. This is one of those houses where I went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I normally have like a set idea in my mind. I didn't have that with this house. So you can imagine exactly how that went with me hopping in here and being like, I don't have a single clue of what I want to do. So I added in a china cabinet in here too, because I feel like they had two very different looks that I felt like I could get away with it. And then we added a plant to the middle of the table. And then this is when I started looking through lights and I'm like, okay, what is the right vibe for a light in here? I found that things in this house had like weird shadows, and it was only at night, and I was very confused by it. I'm still confused by it. So I just went ahead and like balanced it out with some other lights, and I was like, I don't care anymore. Like, I don't want the weird shadows from the lights in game. And then we added some plants. I added in the cat food bowl in here, and then we went ahead and added in a rug, maybe some paintings and some curtains. I can imagine that's probably what I did, because me looking at it now, that's what I would do. So there was a painting, and then I tried to fit this, and I ended up moving the window. I was like, I'm done. I want this in this house somewhere. I'm moving things around. So that was what I did, and then we added some curtains, and I was trying to see if this was going to be one of those houses where I wanted to do curtains on every window, but I felt like the warmth of these curtains actually brought out this room quite nicely. And here we are again with me looking at 1,000,000,010 and different rugs because I have too many rug options and I want the best ones that are going to match exactly what I'm looking for. So you'll see that I click and I go through and I search and I look because like I have a decent idea of what I have when it comes to rugs, but I don't know like absolutely for sure. Now I believe I ended up going with that green and orange one because I felt like it tied into the room quite nicely. And then this is when I looked at the kitchen. I was like, nope, it's too dark in here compared to the rest. So we went with this kind of like blue color, and I recolored everything that was black to this blue. And it took me not terribly long, but long enough. But there we go. So I ended up with a blue kitchen. And then I was like, I kind of want a different floor in here now. So you're going to see me go through 3 or 4 different options for that too. I think I actually ended up going with a floor that I've never used because I felt like it brought out the gold in here quite nicely, so I went with that. And then I added a plant to the middle of the table again, trying to see what one I liked the most. And then this is when I moved my Sims in, and I was like, okay, here's some of the furniture they already had. Let's go ahead and run with it and use it and clutter up with the house a little bit more. And that was exactly what we did. So I went ahead and added some outdoor lights to some of the spaces, and then we started working on the living room with the stuff that they already had. I forgot how much of a pain it is to put these little wicker baskets under the table like how I did in the original house. If you have not seen that video, I will try to link it in the cards if I remember, because that house took me forever to go ahead and like get everything placed the way that I wanted it, and it came out so cute. But I also understand that it is time to move on past that house now, which kind of makes me a little bit sad, but you know what happens. So this was what I ended up doing, and then I had to switch the rug back to the one that we had originally, which was this one here, because I remember the curtains were yellow and added in a nice little pop of color. And then we put the tables back. I put a fish bowl, and then I cluttered this area up a little bit, kind of like a welcome in area with a plant. We added in, more plants because that's what I do. And then I put some paintings around trying to see what looked good where. I still don't know exactly about my painting placements. I haven't decided if I like them or not, if it's too much, because part of it feels like it's too much to me. And then I switched some plants around. We put the outdoor mat out here. And then I added the curtains around the door, which I don't normally do, but I felt like that looked quite cute. And then this is when I moved everything over to the actual like designated office area. So you're going to see me decorate this space now. And then we had to go ahead and go back to that foyer and just kind of like that hallway and clutter it up a little bit more. But other than that, I'm actually going to go ahead and wrap this video up right here. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, you can go ahead and hit the like button down below. If you want to see some more videos from me, you can go ahead and subscribe. I post typically 2 to 3 times a week right now. Most of the time, it's an indie game or The Sims. I kind of bounce around. I'm a pretty variety channel right now, but if you are already subscribed and want notifications for when I post, hit that bell down below. Make sure that your YouTube notifications are turned on, and I will see you all next time. Bye, lovelies!